My name is Michael Wheelwright. I am the Managing Director for Holistic Finance. We are a fiduciary, registered investment advisor with the SEC. Our planning department is led by a certified financial planner and a chartered financial analyst. And we believe that to be on the cutting edge of what we would call ethical investing or values-based investing, we have to both take our investments and where money sits very seriously. We have to have the tools to see under the hood of investments and make choices that help clients be aligned with the values that are most important to them. But we also have to be technical, strategic planners, because a big problem in the impact space, like if you're coming in here trying to make positive things happen with your money, it can be very overwhelming very quickly because there's so many choices out there, and you need to have a planning team that knows if you're on track with your other goals. We want our clients to make sure that they're at sufficiency, be able to model retirement, model the future, and when you know that you're above sufficiency, it makes it much easier to be more generous, more altruistic with the way that you invest and envision your money serving a more beautiful future in this world. Our process combines complete comprehensive planning that includes retirement, insurance, estate planning, tax reduction planning, everything that you would expect from a financial team that can handle all aspects of your financial life. And we pair that by going all the way to the edge of what it takes to be truly values aligned in the way that we place investments and work with our clients to find what's best suited for them. In the investment world in general, you see a lot of recommendations from advisors to use passive index funds, commonly done through things like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. These types of investments, they track indexes that can include hundreds, if not thousands, of companies in the US and beyond, and it makes it very difficult when you passively invest to know exactly what companies, products, and services that you're supporting in the world. And if you're like many of our clients, you have values and causes that are extremely important to you, and so if that's the case, the big blind spot in society, the big elephant in the room, is understanding how powerful our investment dollars really are in fueling the future. And so if you're dedicated to the causes and values that are important to you, but you're also invested in public companies that could be seen as exploitive or extractive, actually harming the causes that you're trying to further, it's really important to get fully coherent, to line up every aspect of your life. And I would say, perhaps most importantly, your investments and your finances have to be in alignment with the values if you're really trying to make a positive difference in the system that we live in. I invite you to experience our complimentary consultation process. It starts with an evaluation with one of my team members to make sure that we're the right fit for you and learn more about your situation. And then they will book you for a complimentary 75 minutes with myself or one of our advisors to walk you through exactly how we do values-based investing and comprehensive planning in the best interest of our clients. In that process, we'll be able to scan your current investments and banking strategies and show you what's under the hood, so to speak, what companies, products, and services are actually present in what you're doing, and linking those to dozens of ethical criterias so that we can build portfolios that will meet your values where you are. Values can include things like deforestation, fossil fuels, weapons, animal factory farms, animal cruelty in general. We have a version of our core portfolio that is completely free of all animal exploitation, which appeals to many of our clients. And in this process of reviewing what's in there, we also optimize not just for values, but also for financial soundness. Luckily, there are tens of thousands of public companies out there, and many of them are doing important work for the future of our planet. And so, first of all, we screen for ethics. We want to make sure that they're not participating in things that could be seen as harming the future for our children and this planet. But then beyond that, the ones that pass our ethical screening, we also screen them and analyze them financially to make sure that we're not investing in companies that are going to go bankrupt or not be successful. That is another critical part. There are very few firms that are doing what we're doing, where we take absolute accountability for the stocks that we have in the portfolios that we manage. Our core portfolio has about 100 stocks, and that allows us to have enough diversification all over the globe through what's called modern portfolio theory. We're using guardrails from decades of market research to make sure that the ethical portfolio that we're working on for our clients is also in line with the best strategies strategies in the markets to be able to optimize returns with minimizing risk through diversification. And the only way I've been able to do this in the industry is to know specifically what stocks, be accountable for the companies that are in our investment portfolios. If you're working with an advisor that's using passive index funds, things that link to the S&P 500 or the total stock market, you're inevitably going to be in thousands of companies, and many of them will be working contrary to the values and causes that are most important to you. Now, we're not the only firm doing this. I have excellent allies and mentors in the space. There are a couple others I know of that also run their own custom direct stock portfolios that allow them to vouch for the companies in there, both financially and on the values side of things. Now, as I mentioned before, when we're working with someone to optimize their investments for returns and ethical criteria, we're also providing our comprehensive financial planning services, because it is crucial that a client actually knows if they're at sufficiency and what their future looks like. It's kind of like wiping the windshield off when you're driving on the freeway. You want to see where you're going, so when you're making big life decisions and you're making decisions about how altruistic to be with your investing or your philanthropic giving, you need to know that you've still got your sufficiency met for your family and for your future. Once we know that sufficiency, it makes it wonderful to be able to step into not just public market strategies that significantly reduce harm in things like water pollution, incarceration, deforestation, war, factory farms, private prisons, indigenous rights violations, so we can significantly reduce the harm that are in the public markets. But even more importantly, when it's right for the client, we can go directly into private impact investments that are directly supporting the causes that are most important to them. Investments in things like regenerative agriculture or affordable housing, community co-ops or microloans. This type of investing allows money to do the most good directly to the causes that are important to people. And one thing I've noticed is that lots of people want to invest sustainably and transparently. According to many recent surveys in the last decade, especially women and younger people, they're really asking for sustainable, transparent investments. But when you start to look at, what are investments I can do outside of the stock market that will actually do some good as well as get me a return, there are so many options, and it's very complex because each one of them has its own portal for you to invest in. You have to keep track of tax documents, performance updates. And so a big thing for us at Holistic Finance is to be a white glove service. If there's anything that we can do for you, we will. If you have to do something, we will sit on Zoom and make sure that the whole process goes smoothly for you. We really believe that's important. And from what I've met from a lot of our clients, they're busy, they've got a lot of things going on in life. The last thing they're going to do is DIY it and try to track all these things themselves. They want a team that will help them find them, do due diligence, deploy them with them, keep track of tax documents, keep track of performance, and be able to incorporate it into their holistic, comprehensive plan. So I really hope you'll take the time to experience our complimentary consultation process. For the clients that are finding us lately, a lot of them are saying they weren't sure what they were looking for, but when they found us, they knew it was it. Someone that takes accountability for the entire financial recommendations, investments, process of planning from top to bottom to ensure that our clients are happy, that are on track with their goals, and they can sleep good at night knowing that the company's products and services they're investing in are in alignment with the values that are most important for a more beautiful future and for the children yet to come. Thank you.